Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. So it is looking pretty good here, isn't it? We've obviously had our initial test of this this resistance level. The actual top part of this resistance level as well, because as you can see, it's a zone between 57.5 and 58.5. But yeah, we tested the 58.5, pulled back, attempted to dip below, and yeah, got back up, and currently we are sat at the lofty evaluation for one single Bitcoin of 58,677 or 76 on here. But yeah, so looking good. Obviously this candle is not closed, and this candle does have more than half of its 4 hours to go. So yeah, we'll have to see how this closes. But if we do obviously close above 58.5, then we will be looking good. We'll just be looking bullish for a population of price action within this area, with the intention of breaking to new all-time highs. I'll just extend this level across as well. Clearly maybe a bit of a level of slight resistance, but I wouldn't suspect it's going to be anything crazy. We may actually want to increase it to the highs of these wicks here, because I guess printing higher than those would be what would accelerate us to the upside. So yeah, we could get a slight pullback. Well, basically at 60,000 now. Could we hit 60,000, come back and back test this 58, between 58.5 and 57,000 before bouncing upwards? We could do. Could we pump above now, get rejected, and come back down under 57.5, and then start to play some downside? We could. Yet again, we are at an inflection point at the time of video, whereas do we basically hold above here and trade upwards, or do we get rejected, come back down, and then look pretty bearish then for a move at the very minimum to 55,000, but could even be lower? We'll just extend this one along as well. Just 1 second. Have I locked joins? Why can't I extend this along? Yes, I can. There we go. Obviously we've got a support here and a more major support here, and we'll extend this along too. So yeah, that is it really on the Bitcoin. On the Bitcoin at the moment. On the Bitcoin. We'll come and look at the stochastics at the end. Ethereum Bitcoin was looking like it wanted to put in a nice move this morning. Had a nice pump up, which was good to see. And as you can see, this shorter time frame resistance level we put in is where we've currently been rejected. So can we get supported at this level and then break above and continue upside, or to continue to the upside? We would hope so. But obviously Ethereum is far from looking bullish against Bitcoin at present. Obviously USD pairing looking good. We are approaching that 1850 mark, at which point we would potentially expect some nice moves, and then we could then get acceleration against Bitcoin potentially at that point, depending on what Bitcoin is doing, and assuming it's not going mental on its own to the upside. DXY though, hitting basically this next level we've got drawn in. We're just in this zone now. We're in this zone where we need to get rejected at some point before basically 97. Basically things were looking bearish whilst we were below this level here. Below this level things were looking bearish. Things are now looking neutral, and whilst we're in this zone, and if we get above here, things will be looking bullish for this asset. So this will be the point where things will start to look difficult. So big week for the dollar, big week for wider markets as well, on the basis of what that can imply. I mean, this is what is currently going on. You can see a resumption in the up trade, and actually a new recent high, very, very recent high in the 10-year as well. So weighing on markets. So stock markets though not reacting. They do not care. I mean, again, reflation. It's reflation, isn't it, guys? Everything is gonna be fine. That is currently the Wall Street mantra at the moment, and I think that will be until later on this year, to when it potentially isn't. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're right, but either way, we will not find that till later on this year. Yes, that is all I really wanted to look at on here this morning so far. In fact, we'll look at gold. Obviously, not going to be liking this yield increase. Yeah, I mean, this was a target that I was pretty sure we're going to get to. Actually fell short of it. So yeah, now we look like we are coming back down now. So look like we have put in the local high, the local high, and also a lower high here, because we are basically getting hit by those yields. Precious metals getting hit by the yield. Silver also, as you can see, and getting hit by the increase in the 10-year also. MicroStrategy, someone asked me to look at MicroStrategy. I mean, this is not looking ideal. It's not looking ideal really, but obviously if Bitcoin has another leg up, this may give it some upward pressure. But as you can see, this is quite high off its highs, and is potentially looking as a bit of a bubble pop. If we actually drew a fib, oh, that's not the fib. Where is it? Where is my I thought I had it on here. Basically, I was going to try and find where the 618 is, but we can see roughly from this move down, from, even if you call it from here up to here, the 618 is going to be roughly actually around here. Yeah, I mean, this has potentially got a lot of downside. Not that it's going to retrace that much, but go away. But it could do. Yeah, I mean, someone did ask me to look at this. I mean, I can't really see too much about what is going on with this. I mean, yeah, if we trade above here, upwards. If we trade basically below here, further downside, and the downside is looking slightly more probable, but obviously we've got Bitcoin on the other hand as a potential upwards driver. 4 hour looking good, turning back up. The 10 hour obviously going to be pretty extended now. Yeah, but obviously still up there, can stay up there. 12 hour looking very good, and daily is getting that move to the upside, which we did say if this gets going, we're going to be clear. We're going to be doing well basically. 2 day also looking to turn back up, and 3 day got a bit of a kink in it, but stochastic is obviously looking good, as we just would expect with this move. Now we basically had a nice bullish reset of the stochastics and looking to push on upwards. So yeah, I mean this next 4 hour candle, we are sorry, we're on a 10 hour. I was looking at that, I'm just a bit confused then. This next 4 candle, which are currently halfway through, where this closes could be very insightful as to what is going to happen going forwards. If we close above here, I would be expecting us to populate between this 58.5 and 62k level. If we get rejected and come down, I would be looking at 55k minimum, and then potentially even 52k, and then we'll have to play it level by level at that point. So yeah, thank you for listening, guys. Oh, I know you guys like the rants. I tell you what, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with some solicitors at the moment. They're apparently they're having IT problems with emails. Their accounts team are having problems with like finding my payments that I've made, and they're just all incompetent, and without wanting to annoy too many people, on the basis that I know that we're all mostly guys here. Honestly, I basically I've used these guys before. I've not used these guys before. I basically wanted to get the same guy, male solicitor, that I'd used before, because he was really good. He wasn't available, so I used the same firm. And I have a female solicitor and female assistant. There's got a female accounts team, and it's just all issues and problems, and it is very frustrating. I feel like society is programming women just to be difficult with guys in general. They just think that's what they should be doing, it seems. And yeah, I mean, I literally am fuming this morning. It's like just guys understand guys, and do you know what I mean? Guys don't really understand women. Women understand women, and women don't really seem to understand guys. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys in your professional careers and whatever you guys do, I'm pretty sure whilst women might be interesting to deal with just superficially, when it comes down to the nitty gritty of getting stuff done, you just want to be dealing with guys, don't you? So yeah, that is probably not going to go down well with the 0 women followers that I probably got on here. Which I mean, this is simply it. I mean, if in trading, if you guys are nearly all guys, then there is clearly differences between men and women. So, I mean, that alone tells you there's differences. But society is trying to tell you there isn't, and they're all just the same. And yeah, I mean, they're not. Obviously, some people, some genders are better at certain things and other genders are better at other things, potentially. I mean, not potentially, they are. I'm just trying to cover myself a little bit. Not that that's going to do any help now, but yeah, it's just annoying AF, like, that I'm having to deal with, and I just know at least part of it. Not to mention the fact that the solicitor that I was using, that I wanted to use, the guy, he did mid-transfer firms. So originally I was then just going to go with that same firm, and then just the solicitor, we ended up having a bit of an argument over something, and then they decided they couldn't represent me anyway, just because she was obviously just getting a bit annoyed that I had to tell her about a few facts about themselves. So initially I had a problem, and then I actually think this is partly where my problems are coming on now with my new solicitors, because they obviously talk. They obviously said, oh, by the way, we've sent this guy over. He wanted to basically be represented by James. And I had a chat, and I spoke to him, and just whatever bad mouthing this ignorant, basically I think is incompetent, basically emotionally compromised, professionally negligent solicitor at the original firm was basically, I think she's obviously prejudiced or biased my new solicitors against me. And I think women are we're just living in an environment where women are so easily and eager to be prejudiced against men, and it's just annoying. So yeah, there's a rant. There is a rant for you guys. There is a rant. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I shall speak to you guys later.